All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
yeah, well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Rilla gang, that's a true name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sega Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
Well, I'll be
It's been
damned.
a while since I dropped this shit. Swole fam, y'all better run this up. KD, let's go. Yeah. Aye, East Coast with that gang, West Coast with that gang, Global with that gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang, West Coast with that gang, Global with that gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang, West Coast with that gang, Global with that gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang, West Coast with that gang, Global with that gang, yeah. You know we don't play guys. I'm blessed, I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse, I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas, they using me. They want my energy, ain't nothing new, this is usual. These figures confusing me, what's gotten into me? They say I'm using their cubicles. Clipping KD like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Ay, whoa, I'm tired of saying for truth when nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it, yeah. They are controlling the youth, agenda abusing them, nigga. We losing them. Matter of fact, we just abusing them. That's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad act, fucking low key with a Tesseract. They throwing smoke when they got it. Get the fuck up out your little bubble. They wanna ask how much it costs, I said it double. Gorilla beard, these niggas only rockin' stubble. The realest nigga make these bitches start to stumble. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play guys, yeah.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 20 hundo and 25 of the Daily Mother. Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio. Back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you beaches.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer. The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Welcome to the Sunday Fun Day Q and Anus fam. We got a lot of questions coming, I'm sure, live. And of course, we have some submitted questions from all of you beaches on Instagram and other platforms. So let's get right into it. Make sure you are checking all the links down below. We are live on every fucking streaming platform you can imagine. Check us out, thedailyswole.com for the links. And of course, if you're ready to join the fam today, head on over to swolenormousx.com because tomorrow, beaches, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time, we have our accountability meeting live inside Swole TV. Don't miss out on that. We got brand new releases. We have some Nuts on Chin Unplugged. And of course, we have some absolutely epic Swole fam posts. The most epic ones of the week always come around on the accountability meeting. Tomorrow's episode 2026 will be private for members only, so join the fam today over there at swolenormousx.com. We got some Black Swole Week specials going on. Can't beat that. Fuck your resolution season. Now's the time. Now's the time to join. How we doing, Josh? What's up, Danny? Hello, Kim. Peaceful Bandit. What up, ya boosh? What's up, Jay? Jay Sigmund, Christopher, Jen, Tyler. Everyone is here. Cerny, we are ready to go. Let's get this nut busted and let's get into the Q&A. It's the Red, White, and Swole Sunday Fun Day Q and Anus. So put some respect on it. Drop in the comments down below. What'd you smash today? And let's get this Falcon. Let's get this Falcon on the scene. The voice of an angel indeed. Put some respect on it, ya boosh. It's a fucking Daily Swole.
USA, greatest country in the world.
And that just felt like the right card, didn't it, Falcon? That felt like the right card for today. Yes, another rendition. This is When People Quit. One of the most famous Swole cards ever in history. This is When People Quit. Drop that in the comments down below for a chance to win today's Swole card. That's a fucking beauty. All right, let's get into some questions. If you haven't yet looked around, make sure that you are subscribed on the Instagram pages, The Daily Swole and also Swolenormous. You can submit questions there. Usually post up stickers in the stories over the weekend, and make sure you're following over on TikTok as well. Papa Swolio and The Daily Swole over there as well. So posting a lot of clips. Nice little. It's like a little shot size, you know, rather than having a whole entire bottle of whiskey, you can have a little sample, and you can get your shot of some gains. Should have like a little bit of like some grass-fed whey protein shot. A little shot of a Daily Swole clip. Anyway, got some coffee. It's a little bit rainy down here in Florida. I think it's supposed to lighten up after Monday. It's supposed to be nice, mid-high 70s, sunny again, but right now it's a little bit rainy. It's a little bit gloomy, but it's all right. It's all right.
Funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown.
It's all right. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't mind some rain. It's been a little very moist though. Very moist. Too much rain. Too much rain. I'm ready for some sun on my nips. I got a few minutes of nip sun earlier. It was nice. You go outside and the sun's bosoms were out there gracing my nips, and it didn't last though. It didn't last. So goddamn, it sucked. It sucked. I don't like it. I don't like it. You get a little bit of sun. I'm glad for the few minutes, but it's a bummer when it goes behind the clouds. You're like, all right, it's gonna rain the rest of the fucking day. But it is what it is, and it should be nice soon. Come on, Sunshine State, bring it back around. If you got a question, drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio for a chance to be featured, and we will get into some questions right now. All right, we got this one from some guy.
What's in the box?
Some guy, 92, some guy. This fucking guy. This fucking guy? Is it this fucking guy? Or is it just some guy? I think it's this fucking guy. This fucking guy. All right, some guy, 92. I do jujitsu and bodyweight circuit workouts every day. Does that count for going to the gym? Yeah, I guess. Look, if you're training the way you want your adaptations to come out, like if you're trying to get better at jujitsu, then yes, it's practice. Not everyone's going to want to lift, but at the same time, you should be doing strength training too. So body weight circuits, I would recommend lifting weights. Make sure you lift weights. Strength is a major factor in overall wellness and longevity. So don't slack on those weights. There's no need to avoid weights. You can still do jujitsu and you can still do weights. So do both. Do both. It counts as going to the dojo. It's not quite the gym. I don't know what body weight circuit workouts mean. You mean just like squats and push-ups? Make sure you lift some weights. It'll help with your jujitsu too. It doesn't have to be the number one priority. It doesn't have to be the number one thing that you do. Let's see, another question. If you got questions, drop in the comments below. Let's see, Papa Swolio, look up Buddha's hand. It's a citrus fruit that's all rind, and it looks a lot like that creepy fat acceptance hand. Ooh, the creepy fat acceptance hand. You mean the fat people, like fat people matter? Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. We just have this on. We have this on. I'm actually gonna drag it onto the screen. Look at this. All right, here we go. Here's the fat. Jesus Christ. All right, here's the treat fat people like people. What is that? Like literally, what is that?
What the fuck is that?
Treat fat people like people, and you got the treat fat people like people and make a creepy cripple hand sign. Cool. I think that's the way you hold. I think that's the way you hold a Twinkie. That's the way you hold an Eclair or a Toblerone, perhaps. Mayhaps. Treat fat people like people, as opposed to what? I'm not sure how else you would treat people. You'd have to treat them like people. All right, let's see here. I agree, Isabel. I think that's the hand gesture they make when they're spreading their wokeness. Indeed. Go, Adrian. How do I get vitamin D when it's cold outside? Well, that doesn't have anything to do with vitamin D. Of course, you're probably going to have less direct sun contact, but you can still get vitamin D from the sun, even if it's cold outside, but I would make sure you're supplementing with vitamin D. It's not as good as getting it from the sun, but when you're in those types of climates, you got to get it in. It's good for you, so make sure you supplement with it. All right. Mountain Maxwell, where on Swolenormous X do I find a full foam rolling video? In the instructional video library. Check out the instructional videos. Foam rolling is there. Instructional video library. It's also part of the 90-day dash. I'm not sure if it's in the 90-day dash folder. I believe it's in the instructional video library. So check that out. We'll probably do some more master classes. I'm adding more content that we've had in other sections, and we're adding more masterclass videos on all those topics. So I'll mark that down as something to add in the future. But it's already there. I believe someone else can maybe add to that. Topher McCain, Papa Swole, I've had many joint surgeries as it pertains to weights versus TRX or resistance bands. What's your take on them for someone like myself? What kind of joint surgeries? Joint surgery doesn't mean that you can't lift weights, but resistance bands are great for bands are great because you have progressive overload and you can customize the angles a little bit easier. Sometimes weights might be too much for certain ranges of motion, for certain angles. It could be too much, but a resistance band, you might be able to anchor to the wall and take certain pressure off and isolate certain types of mobility and certain types of range of motion. So I use resistance bands. I used some loop bands yesterday for triceps, which are fantastic. Your body doesn't know what the resistance is. Your body just knows that there is resistance. So you can add plenty of resistance with bands. It's just another tool in the toolbox. So if you are rehabbing properly and working on mobility, you shouldn't have a problem with weights anyway, but you might have some limited movement depending on what the surgery is and what the limitations are as a result. Mobility training and mobility strength training is very important and can bring back a lot of your range of motion. But resistance bands are very, very, very good for taking stress off the joints just because you can customize the angles. You can anchor them to a door. You can adjust them. Papa Swolio, what are your thoughts and opinions on turkesterone? I know nothing about it. Google is your friend. I'm assuming that's a steroid. I don't know what that is. No clue. Maxwell, I'm doing primer week and it's mobility SMR day. Very nice. Oh, also the Swollen 7 repair as well. So there should be, I think it's in the instructional video library, but also Maxwell, if you go into Swollen 7 repair, go into Swollen 7 and go into the repair section and you'll find also mobility and SMR videos. So the repair is like foam rolling and isolation like that. So check that out too. All right. Priscilla. Oh yeah. Cerny. Nice. Got my P3S1 shirt yesterday. Love it, but don't want to wear it. I don't want to ruin it. Oh, enjoy it. Enjoy it. No worries. They're also P3S2. P3S2 is going to be awesome. They're all going to be good. But enjoy your shirts. I love it. Some of you are like, I don't want to wear it. And some of you are like, I'm taking pictures already at the gym, smashing it. That's right. Give it some character. If you do wear it, take a picture and post in the group. Priscilla, Papa Swolio, do I have to do weights to take Ancestral's grass-fed beef liver supplements? I usually just do yoga by the moment. Or at the moment, no, you don't have to do weights. That's great for your nutrition regardless, but you should be doing weights. So to answer your question specifically, no, you don't have to do weights to eat beef liver, but you should be lifting weights. So definitely add weights. Strength training is one of the most important things for overall wellness and longevity. Muscle mass as well, but strength training, they're both a component. Muscle size is a component of strength, but there's correlations, of course. But make sure you're doing strength training. It's extremely important. It's extremely important for your overall body awareness, your neuromuscular coordination, your grip strength, everything. It's very important. Topher, Papa Swolio, I've had shoulder, knee, elbow surgeries. Oh, you're not joking. Pretty much every joint you got. And my last surgery was a bicep tendon repair. I snapped it completely 3 months post-op now. What's your nutrition like? How come you're having all these surgeries and what's going on with your tendons? How come are you practicing yoga? What's your nutrition like? I'm just curious. How come you're having so many surgeries? Yeah, I know, Priscilla. I know you meant beef. Yeah, beer liver. That would be cool. Beer liver. You should definitely be adding weights. Absolutely. Yoga's fantastic, but you should be doing weights and yoga. They're not mutually exclusive. Do them together. Stone Fit. What up, dude? Does Papa Swolio do any breath work exercise? Box breathing, Wim Hof, breathe of fear, FIR, oh, breath of fire. Not necessarily specifically any of those things. I'm not too familiar with the Wim Hof method. I know of him. I know who he is. I know he's a fucking beast. But, just regular deep breathing, 5-6 seconds in, 5-6 seconds out. There's many different methods, and I'm continuously, trying different things, but with meditation and things like that. I do a lot of sauna and cold plunging. So I like to add one thing and make it a absolute fortified habit rather than adding too many things at once. So I go through periods of getting into more breathing. Box breathing is cool. I have dabbled, but I haven't done what, like specifically the Wim Hof stuff. It's certain ways to like super saturate your blood with oxygen, slow breaths, deep breaths, fast breathing, and then longer, slower breaths, holding it out in the exhale. There's all different strategies. So, but all that stuff is fantastic. Breathe through your nose. Danny, do you still keep in contact with the Swole Vengers? No, I haven't talked to anyone in a while. I assume they're doing well. I guess Michelle and John had a little bit of a spat recently about pronouns. So I never made a video. I never followed up on that. But from the way it seems on the outside, I am on the Michelle side in terms of pronouns being ridiculous. But at the same time, I don't wish anyone ill will. I hope they're all doing well. I just think the internet and mainstream media is just driving people fucking insane, as you can tell. And I haven't spoken with Alan either, but I'm assuming they're all making videos and still doing it. I haven't seen Alan making videos recently, but YouTube, I don't know if you've noticed the algorithms. If you don't watch someone's video if you don't click or search for anyone, they just fall off the map for your algorithm. If you're not constantly up a page's ass, they'll just show you other stuff. So it's crazy because I use an account on YouTube. That's not my Swolenormous account. I use a different account so I can just watch stuff that doesn't fuck with the algorithm and things. And there's certain things I'll watch, like I'll tune into a live stream regularly and they still don't show me. So I know what you're talking about when you don't get notified for my shows. It's crazy. There's only a couple pages and things that I watch on that channel and I still don't get notified when there's a new video or a live stream. It's crazy. You can't see that's the only fucking thing. There's like 2 things that I look at and they don't show it to me. So it's pretty tight. Yeah, the Swole Vengers are the Swole fam. Let's get it, baby. Yeah, I haven't seen in a while. John has lost his mind. I all of a sudden, he's got like he's got the septum piercing and he's got colored hair and he's got fingernail polish. Like that got out of hand fast. That took a turn. To each their own, I guess. Trace, Papa Swolio, what are some inexpensive cuts of beef for those of us who want to eat more steak but can't exactly afford to? I've been pretty reliant on chicken for my protein. Well, let's get you some beef, bro. Top round, top sirloin are some less expensive, and ground beef. That's great. Cooking beef tallow. That's inexpensive too, and you'll get tons of healthy fats. So I'd recommend that. Top round is less expensive, and you'll notice that the leaner cuts are less expensive. Makes sense, but you can still add beef tallow and get some beef organ supplements. But even if you're getting beef liver, you can get beef liver for like $10-11. Grass-fed, grass-finished beef liver. I would make sure getting in those organ meats, bone marrow, things like that are great. But you'll see a big difference if you start eating more dense nutrition. Beef over chicken all day, every day. All day, every day. Papa Swolio, any plans for some new Papa Swolio's featured pump? Yeah, those will come back. It's been raining a lot. It's been raining a lot outside. I haven't been able to film as much as I would like because I like to film outside. So I'm trying to get some other content up, but it's been rainy for the last week or so. There'll be more content. Just kind of spread it around. There's a lot of things to develop, so just stay tuned. There's no section that's being ignored. There's just things that take priority. I don't think, did he really call me a meanie head? I thought we haven't proved that. I think he deleted the video where Obese to Beast called Papa a meanie head. Did he really call me a meanie head? Did he really call me a meanie head? Like those words? Yeah, London Broil. Isn't that top round? London Broil. top round, more or less the same thing. Very lean cut, so I'd make sure getting in fat. I would make sure cooking in beef tallow and adding some fat to that. Yeah, if you buy like those primal cuts, if you buy like the big chunks, so Topher's saying go buy top roast and then cut your own steaks, I would recommend that too. Get the big chunk because you'll pay more if they're cut and they're individually packaged and such. If you just get the big roast and you chop it up yourself, you can cut it so you can customize it. So if you're getting leaner meats, if you're getting leaner cuts, it's, you know, it's really tough. You have to marinate or you have to really cook it properly. Otherwise it'll be like shoe leather, but you can cook it thinner too. So you can customize how thin you cook it. Zawai, what up? Found your channel yesterday. You really gave me motivation to get back into fitness. Thank you. You're welcome. Welcome to the insanity. Welcome to the Mancast. Someone else found the show. Fantastic. Rare, but excellent. Excellent. All right. This is when people quit. Don't forget, drop that in the comments. What a card. You definitely want to look at this Swole card. You definitely want to look at your mirror and see this staring back at you. This is when people quit. Anytime the going gets tough and you think you just can't keep on pushing forward, remember, this is when most people quit. That's why most people are average, why most people are unhappy. It's why most people don't have results, why most people don't, period. Most people don't, and this is when people quit. Those are two great cards. Maybe we'll do a most people don't real soon. Damn fucking right. Damn fucking right. Damn right. I found your videos after watching Alan Roberts' videos. Can't get around obese to beast. He's turning into an alien. He's turning into an alien, I think. He's morphing. Let's see. Trace, Papa Swolio, I've actually been considering getting a freezer and buying a whole cow directly from a farmer. Also, why do you recommend sweet potato versus white potatoes like russets or Yukon Gold? One, they taste better. And because of nightshades, a lot of people have issues with nightshades and white potatoes. I'm not a fan of like the chalky, you know, I like sweet potatoes. They're delicious plain, but you add some butter and they're just fucking fantastic. Sweet potatoes have always felt better for me. Always felt better. Sometimes white potatoes give me heartburn and stuff. And if you have issues with nightshades, you want to stay away from white potatoes. Sweet potatoes for the motherfucking win. For the fucking win.
What's in the box?
This one's from Giddy. Papa Swolio, what's your opinion about cooked liver? Cook it lightly. I eat it raw, so I don't have an opinion on cooked liver, except for don't cook. It's not, you don't need it well done. You just need to like lightly sear it because otherwise it'll taste like shoe leather. I prefer just eating it raw, getting it in. I'm not sitting there trying to like have like a fancy meal. I just want it in my body. Number one, I just want that shit in my fucking body. So my opinion, yeah, it can be all right. I feel better when I eat it raw. Sergio free to rise. I have zero discipline and I think I'm addicted to eat trash food. What do? You build discipline. Daily habits every day. You have zero discipline. Well, you're not just going to have discipline because you want discipline. Those are habits. You have to build discipline. So get on that. Check out the book Atomic Habits. Download your copy of the 7 Pillars over at swolenormousx.com. Couple options. You probably are addicted to eating shit food. Most people are. Most people are addicted to their shitty habits. That's even worse than bad food because that translates into all areas of your life. So if you don't have discipline with your food, you're not going to have much discipline with other areas of your life. It's just your mindset. It's just your approach to living. That's why it's important to stay focused. Den McHugh, DENMCQ, how to fix elbow pain during triceps depends on where the pain is and why the pain began. I would check out my Amazon store, links.papaswolio.com, and get yourself a TheraBar. Fantastic for fixing elbow tendonitis. Whether it's golfer's elbow or tennis elbow, medial or lateral epicondylitis. It's fantastic. TheraBars are amazing. Amazing. And getting back to what you were talking about, Trace, when it comes to getting a freezer, highly recommend. Huge. A couple months ago, back in September, got a big freezer, filled it up already. It's fucking awesome. Barely had any room in the freezer, trying to like keep it stocked and stuffed to the brim with beef. So now we got an extra freezer and I already filled it up to the brim. So it's fantastic. Yeah, but I don't like that. It's an excuse too. It's not how many times you fall off. Discipline is about making sure you get back on. Yeah, but that's also a bullshit excuse. People use that falling off. Well, just get right back on. People use that for their weekly cheat meal. Well, I fall off. I get back on. It's like people need to stop making excuses for slacking and get on the fucking game and do what they need to do regardless. So if you never fall off, then you never have to get back on. So stop using excuses to not put in maximum effort and to not do it right. No need to fall off. That's bullshit. Not that you shouldn't just get right back on, but people start justifying that cycle, and then people start falling off more frequently. And then, well, because if you can just get back on, then why not just fall off? I'll just get back on. Yeah, I mean, if you're not active, if you stop for a few weeks, if you're lifting regularly and you stop for a few weeks, you'll lose most of your muscle mass if you just don't do anything for a few weeks. Like you'll lose in a couple of weeks what you've built over several months. You have to stay on it. You have to stay on it. Filling a cow in a fridge? Well, maybe not a whole cow. I'm just saying filling it to the brim with beef. Like literally putting a cow in a freezer. I guess you could if you have a big enough freezer. They do that. Let's see. IR Gordon, Papa Swolio, what do you say when people blame their genetics or a medical condition? That's what an excuse is. And it doesn't mean that reasons don't exist. It doesn't mean that genetics don't exist. I mean, certain things like subcutaneous fat can be, more pointing towards genetics. We're still figuring out genetics. It's not like we're experts on genetics as our society. So it's very easy to use as a scapegoat. Just say, oh, it's my genetics. Well, it's easy for you to blame something that we don't completely understand as humans. But what we do know is that you can make massive changes in your life, regardless of genetics, if you live a healthy lifestyle. Most people have no idea what a healthy lifestyle is. And most people don't think that sleep, food quality, most people are just obsessed with counting calories. They're not focused on actually the quality of the food still. So this is how lost people are. Most people don't understand how important sleep is, how basic that is. So how are you going to help someone make lifestyle changes if they're not even focusing on getting their sleep every single night? So people like to blame everything and anything that they can. And genetics is a nice boogeyman scapegoat that they can just say, well, it's my genetics, or I have a medical condition. A lot of times people have medical conditions because they've been trashing their health for decades. So yeah, you can work yourself into a medical condition that is very hard to reverse or impossible to reverse. That will always affect you from making progress, but that's because of the damage you did your entire life. So there's a lot of different ways to look at it. You have to really look at something from an individual standpoint, because some people are born like at birth, they have a major health defect, and they have some people, it's very rare, but you have to really look at that one-on-one. You can't just say across the board, boom, because everyone's different. But people are very different, but also they're more similar than they are different. Maxwell, how many hours per night do you sleep, and what are your thoughts on naps? If you need to take a nap, like if you're exhausted and you're not getting enough sleep at night, I guess you could take a nap. I don't. I want it all in one shot. It's just better for you. I would say last night, I would say I'm getting like 7 to 9 hours of sleep for sure. I guess last night, probably about 8 or 9 hours. I try not to set an alarm if I can, so I could just wake up naturally. But, I want to make sure even if I go to sleep a little bit later than I normally do, I want to make sure I get that sleep in. I'm trying not to cut corners. So as long as I'm getting, I would say 8 to 9 hours. But that's the range that you want, 7 to 9. If you're getting 5 or 6, you're harming your health. Just make sure you're getting enough. Dark room, cold, dark room. A lot of you are in the winter times now. It's winter pretty much most places, but if it's really cold, you have no problem with a cold room. It's like, I don't have to turn down the air. It's just cold as fuck. I'm not generally a fan of naps, but you can take a nap. You can do that if it makes you feel better and you're still getting good sleep at night. You want to get that repair. Just want to be careful sleeping for like a few hours during the day. You wake up groggy, maybe like a half an hour or 45-minute nap. There's certain wavelengths. You go into that like sleep period where you don't want to go into too deep sleep. Papa Swole, remember my shoulder mess up tossing pumpkins? I can do rows, RDLs, etc., but can't do shoulder press or Arnold press. Should I stop it all or do what I can? I would rehab your shoulder. You got to rehab your shoulder. Are you doing corrective exercises for your shoulder? Are you doing things like dead hangs if it's possible? Are you doing cobras? Are you doing posterior rotator cuff work? I mean, you hurt your shoulder. You can't just go back to doing stuff and think it's going to heal. Don't do things that hurt you, but you need to do therapy. You need to do corrective exercise for it. I can't tell you exactly what you injured or exactly what to do, but we have the shoulder awareness program that does activation and corrective exercise in the program vault. What's your opinion on deloading, Matthew? Are there gains to be made? And if so, how often should you deload? I think most people don't need to deload as often as they think they do. Most people aren't loading themselves enough to need to deload. Most people need to overload more than they do. They think they need to deload when they really just need to fucking crush it harder. So are there gains to be made? Yeah, if you need a couple days off or you need a week of downshifting, then you take a week of downshifting. It depends. It depends. You might be doing it when you don't need to, or you might be needing to. So it's all a process of the individual and your training, your nutrition, your sleep. There's a lot of factors with needing to deload. And that's just the damn truth. It's really hard. There's no general answer for deloading. Yes, everyone needs to. Some people have a great work capacity and they can do a lot more volume and a lot more training for a lot longer before needing a little bit of a shift. If I feel, overloaded or extra banged up, then I'll take an extra day or two for more mobility before I go back to resistance training. Maxwell, Papa Swole, how cool do you keep the room? We have it like high 60s, low 70s. We also have, I have a cooling pad. We have cooling pads on the bed. So we can, I can turn the bed to like 55 or 60. So I keep that around 65 just to take the edge off. It depends because it's been really rainy. So it's been a little bit wet. So we put like a dehumidifier in the room just to control the humidity and the moisture. Have you heard of Troy Casey out in Sedona, Arizona? No, I have not. I have not. Ripped at 50. Nice. I'll be ripped at 50. I'm almost 40. I'll be good. Another 10 years of making fucking gains. I'll be good to go. No, I haven't heard of him. Cool, though. There are a lot of people out there that are making gains. Age is a number. Chronological age versus biological age. Kotem, Papa Swolio, what music for you? What music do you listen to while working out? I haven't actually. I actually prefer to do nothing. To either listen to nothing or anytime you're seeing me train and you see me with like, my AirPods on or something, which I don't really do too much anymore. It's a podcast or an audiobook. I don't listen to music really anymore. I want to maximize my time. Let's see. Let's see. Stefalish. Papa Swolio. I recently lost 50 pounds, but I have been at a plateau for a couple months. Suggestions. Well, I don't know anything that you're doing. Suggestions, elimination diet. I don't know how you lost 50 pounds. Maybe you did it properly. Maybe you did it improperly. Lifting weights. Make sure you're getting plenty of sleep, 7 to 9 hours a night. It's going to help you maintain muscle mass. You better be lifting weights if you want to lose more body fat. Eating properly, getting in your organ meats. Check out content elimination diet. Lots of suggestions there. So hopefully some of that. Congratulations, lost 50 pounds. Excellent. Excellent. Remember, you're not supposed to constantly lose weight. You should be at a plateau. Like your body eventually is going to be like, you're not just going to lose endlessly until you waste away. So make sure you're lifting weights. Ladies, don't try losing weight. Don't stop trying to just lose weight and lose fat without lifting fucking weights. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Nick, did you see Cali Muscle ended up in the hospital again just after his heart attack? I don't follow anything, so no, I know nothing about him. I could not care less, honestly. I mean, that guy's a hot mess. He's obviously juiced out of his fucking mind. Does he still claim natural, or is that was always obvious from the beginning, but does he still claim that shit? I haven't seen it, but when you're taking that much sauce, what do you expect? Guy eats like shit. Juices like a fucking beast. No, I did not see that. I did not see that. All right. A reminder, if you got any questions, we'll take a couple more as we wrap up. We got an accountability meeting tomorrow, fam. Wait, where's my applause? I hit it. There you go. Accountability meeting tomorrow, the 22nd. I say the 21st already? Holy shit. Tomorrow, the 22nd, 10 a.m. Accountability meeting. We will go over new releases. Nuts on Chin Unplugged. Got some awesome stuff tomorrow. Episode 2026 will be for members only. You could join over there at swolenormousx.com. Don't miss out. Tomorrow's episode will be absolutely fire. You certainly don't want to miss out on that accountability meeting. Oh, and not only that, we've been talking about it kind of off and on, but guess what, fam? Swole Year release party, Wednesday, December 29th at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Going to periodically remind you about the Swole Year release party. So don't forget, Wednesday, the 29th of December. I know it's about a month away, but it's going to come up very quickly. So make sure you mark your calendar. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Be there or be a fucking circle or a square. Let's see. Papa Swolio, what are some good options to help with ankle arthritis? Autoimmune issues. Well, aside from ankle mobility, check out the ankle mobility masterclass. Also, aside from could be something food related as well that might cause flare-ups. Like, why are you having flare-ups from that? Strengthening your joints is very important. I would recommend looking into maybe some heat therapy with some ankle mobility, but also I guess you could, I don't know about, resting and icing. I'm not sure. You could do icing. There's nothing wrong with icing. I like cold plunging and things like that. And I think I think that was you, that you said you made your own cold plunge. What's causing your ankle arthritis? Like what leads to those flare-ups? Just moving around on it, or do you find like any other certain triggers? I don't really have a good answer. I don't really have a good answer for you aside from strengthening your ankles. You just don't want to avoid mobility, even if you have arthritis, because it's not going to get better. It's just going to get worse if you don't move it. It's going to get worse if you don't use your ankle. So I would work on working your anterior tibialis, working on toe raises, working on your ankle mobility, yoga, and just keep it as mobile as you can. Keep focused on your diet, avoiding inflammatory foods, resting it when you can, mobilizing it when you can. Yeah, but resting and icing it's one of those things where that's more for an acute injury. Usually if you have something chronic, heat's more beneficial. All right, we'll take one or two. Yes, you keep posting this, Tyler. That's great. That's not a question. But I haven't counted any of my calories in a week. Cool. Focus on the food quality. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Very light with the questions. Today. It's all good. Oh, it's Mama Maxwell. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I would avoid inflammatory foods. A lot of people find that when they're eating, foods can trigger arthritis because it is like an autoimmune issue. So your body, it's attacking the cartilage and attacking the joints. So I would make sure that you are using some heat, warming it up, strengthening the muscles and the ligaments around, doing the best that you can, and trying to figure out what the triggers are and how you can work around what leads to those kinds of flare-ups. Yeah, Epsom salt is great. Moving it. Like when you're doing heat, you want to move. You don't want to just soak. You want to be moving the joint. You want to be mobilizing it. If you don't use it, you lose it. Yeah, YouTube, 38 people. Yeah, what's going on with this fucking shit? What's going on with that shit? Yeah, where's everyone? Where are the peeps showing up for the live streams? I love we hit 2,000. You get a bunch of people showing up, and then everyone's like, all right, fuck it. Definitely not getting distribution for shit. It's really getting rough around the edges. We might pull the public casts soon. It's kind of getting ridiculous, but Make sure you hit that like button on the way out, and a very chill Sunday episode. Let's give away today's Swole card. Very nice. Tomorrow we're going to be back and we're going to crush it. Hit that like button. Share the podcast. Share the Mancast. Apple Podcast, Spotify, everywhere. YouTube doesn't want you to see this content. Why? Because we talk about real shit. They don't want you to hear real fucking information. They don't want you talking about eating beef. They want you talking about soy and sucking down plants and saving the environment. They don't want you taking care of your health. They want to keep you sick. They want to keep you fucking dumb. But we disagree. Right, Falcon? We disagree. They want to keep you sick and stupid. But we don't give a fuck what they think. We don't give a fuck what they think. Let's see. Eric, let's take another question or two. We got a couple coming through. Eric, let's see. How do I overcome cravings? I lost 75 pounds, want to lose 30 more, but can't stay in a deficit lately. Check out our content on the elimination diet and focus on food quality. The deficit is the least important issue that you should be concerned with. It should be fundamental health. So literally getting regular sleep every night, 8 to 9 hours of sleep, making sure that you're not eating inflammatory foods, cutting out a lot of those all the processed carbohydrates, eliminating, you're not drinking any fucking sugar, you're not drinking your calories, you are consuming whole foods, getting in organ meats, dense nutrition. Those types of things will solve your cravings because you're actually getting nutrient dense food. And if you're not sleeping, you're chronically exhausted, you're going to be craving all sorts of shit. So you got to get that stuff out of your house. X, Y, and there's tons and tons of things we could talk about with that, but a lot of habits there. It will eliminate your cravings. It will eliminate your cravings. Let's see. All right, fam. This is when people quit. Let's raffle this motherfucker off. Nice chill Sunday. Very nice. This is when people quit. This is when people quit. Didn't land on nobody. One more time. Let's go. This is when people quit. No. You guys dropping that hashtag? Not really. Last time, or I keep the card. Last time, I'm keeping it. I'm not going to be here all day. You guys didn't drop that hashtag enough. Oh, we got a winner. Winner today is Topher McCain at the buzzer. Congratulations. Topher, congratulations. This is when people quit, but you don't quit, you boosh. Get yourself a beef freezer and get some more grass-fed beef. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, and in the subject, episode, was it? Swole card 2025 in the subject, and your mailing address in the body of the email will send you this fucking card. Very nice. Very fucking nice. Excellent. Enjoy. Congratulations. Well done, Falcon. You found someone at the buzzer. It's about fucking time. All right, Sunday Funday Q&A. So these are always interesting episodes. Sometimes they are, rarely actually. We've been having some epic Sunday Fundays. Today was nice, a little on the light side, but it's okay. Not everyone has tons of questions every day, so it is what it is. Some good topics there. Hopefully, it kind of opened up your eyes and opened up your mind to some other concepts. And of course, we're here every single Sunday for more questions. So you never know what's going to come up on Instagram. If you see those stickers, make sure you answer them, show up live, hit the fucking notification bell. You're not going to get notified by YouTube unless you are raping them with, requests to get notified. So make sure you're hitting the bell, share the podcast. A lot of you still need to share the podcast and tell your friends that you can make some sick fucking games with the fam. And if you want to direct them anywhere to some free downloads, check out swolenormousx.com for all the details. And of course, you can find the podcast everywhere, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and the like. Fam, we'll see you tomorrow for the accountability meeting at swolenormousx.com. Join today. And we got a great one tomorrow, too. It's going to be fire. It's going to be fire. Excuse me.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
Every time.
You're not making this easy on me, boy.
No hands. All right, fam. We'll see you tomorrow for the accountability meeting. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to hit that. There we go. Music. Okay, good. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. SwoleNormousX.com. Don't miss out on the accountability meeting. It's going to be fire. We're going to have a great time tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Again, you could join the fam, SwoleNormousX.com. Check out all the links because we do have some Black Swole Week specials. Join unlimited today. Go check it out, SwoleNormousX.com. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no